báwo làwa náà ṣe fẹ́ di aládàáni, báwo làwa náà ṣe fẹ́ ṣe business wa ní Nàìjíríà lẹ́ni Babatunde Sulaiman ọ̀wọ́n gbé Ismail sí èmi náà máa di gọ́vnọ̀ bí àwọn náà lágbára Ọlọ́run. So mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo wa, especially this wonderful privilege accorded to me. This is the first time that I will be seated amongst ulamas. This is the first time that all I have learned, I am going to come to the public and talk to people. Abamishi alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Gbogbo ẹgbẹ́ AKIF, mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín. Allahumma yassir wala tuhassir. May Allah prefer you and not prefer others against you. Really, really grateful, really honored. Èyí tó tún wá jùlọ tẹ́ bá wo ẹni tó jókòó sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ mi, ẹni pé agbádá lọ́wọ́, agbádá ìmọ̀ òun lọ́wọ́. Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín náà that I, in this my simple garment, am seated before you, all the way from Isenyi land. May Almighty Allah continue to bless you. May Almighty Allah continue to guide you. Tebari topic tí wọ́n gbé fún wọn, ó tóbi gan, ó tóbi. Wọ́n ní wa ati'ullah wa ati'ur Rasool. Obey Allah, obey the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and obey the people in authority. Ọlọ́run á fún yín ṣe. Èmi tí mo jókòó yìí, my topic ó gùn gan-an. Mo rò bóyá ọ̀rẹ́ ni mo jẹ́ sí Sheikh, ṣùgbọ́n topic tó fún mi yìí ó lágbára. I was afraid looking at it. Tẹ́ bá wo gbogbo bó ṣe pé wọ́n ní challenges ló fi bẹ̀rẹ̀. Ẹ má bá mi tẹ̀lé lọ o. Challenges ló fi bẹ̀rẹ̀ topic tó fún mi. Wọ́n wá ní challenges of startup business in Nigeria. Ní Nigeria. Wọ́n wá kọ síbẹ̀ pé navigating a difficult economy. Ṣé ẹ̀ ń bá mi wò báyìí? Wọ́n kọ́kọ́ fi challenges fi bẹ̀rẹ̀. Wọ́n tún wá ní navigating a difficult economy. Mi ìdẹ́jú báyìí lọ. Ọlọ́run á fún mi sọ. Ọlọ́run á fún mi ṣe. Pàápàá jùlọ, he has simplified everything that I needed to say in his introductory speech. Ẹni tí ó bá tètè débì, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ gbìyànjú kẹ́ ní photocopy nǹkan tó ń sọ yìí. It sums a lot of issues, and it said, while faith and patience are vital, inú ilé Ọlọ́run la wà yìí, gbogbo ń tá bá ń ṣe Ọlọ́run á ṣe ní àṣeyọrí fún wa. Ẹlòmíì á jókòó sínú yàrá ẹ̀, ó fẹ́ di Dangote, ó fẹ́ di ẹni tó jẹ́ pé ó máa pè gbogbo èèyàn máa wò ó. Ó mọ̀ pé ó jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Síwájú, faith ni gbogbo ohun tó ṣe pàtàkì nínú gbogbo ohun tá a bá ń ṣe. Wọ́n wá tún sọ pé tẹ́ bá tẹ̀lé lọ sílẹ̀ wọ́n ní, while faith and patience are vital, I believe this mindset limits our potential. He has said it all. May Almighty Allah continue to bless you, sir. May Almighty Allah continue to increase your knowledge. You have been a fundamental basis for people to come and learn here. So he has helped me a great deal. Also, síwájú pé kò ń ṣe faith nìkan, but faith yẹn òun ló ṣe pàtàkì jù. Faith, sorry, I'm speaking English and Yoruba together. Please, if I'm communicating, let me know, sir. So he said, faith is the most important. There is nothing that we want to do as Muslims that will not be preceded by faith. Àgbọ́yé kò sí tá fẹ́ ṣe tí ò ní wà preceded by faith. Innama al-amalu bi-niyyah. All actions shall be judged according to intention. Mo fẹ́ di olówó, mo fẹ́ di ẹni tí ayé máa máa wò nínú ìjọ. Àníyàn ẹ ló máa ṣíwájú. Wallahi ta'ala ismabillah. Kò sí tí a fẹ́ ṣe, àníyàn ló máa ṣíwájú. Àníyàn yẹn tá wá fi síwájú gbogbo ohun tá à ń ṣe. Òun ló máa judge gbogbo nǹkan wa. All that we do, we are seeking for blessings and favor from Almighty Allah. And everything we do will be based on your intention. Ẹni tó ní àníyàn wípé mo fẹ́ kó dà fún ẹ̀gbọ́n mi, àbúrò mi, ó ní láníyàn kó fẹ́ ṣe. Ó tiraka láti rí ṣe. Ṣùgbọ́n Ọlọ́run ló ní gbogbo ètò lọ́wọ́. Ọlọ́run ò wá jẹ́ kí ó rí ṣe. Ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n ti kọ́ fún un wípé àníyàn ẹ̀ ni wípé òun fẹ́ ṣe dáadáa fún ẹni. Gbogbo wa tá jókòó síbí, ẹni tó náà ń fẹ́ ṣe pé mọ́ṣáláṣí yìí ní ìgbà díẹ̀ tí wọ́n mú bẹ̀rẹ̀, ẹ wo ní tí mọ́ṣáláṣí dà. Mo wá ní wípé èmi náà ò ní wá ná ojú nìkan bí báyìí. Ó wù mí pé tá bá tún máa padà wá nípa tó wá ṣe second conference yìí, èmi náà fẹ́ ní pé mo wà náà tó máa contribute kí mọ́ṣáláṣí yìí tún lọ sókè jù báyìí lọ. Àníyàn ni o. Ọlọ́run lè má fún ẹ ṣe torí òun Ọlọ́run tó máa ń fún ẹ ní ṣe. Ṣùgbọ́n àníyàn ẹ ní innal a'malu niyyah. All actions shall be judged according to intention. Ẹni tó náà fẹ́ ṣe bí àfáà yìí ṣe máa ṣubú bí báyìí, ó wá ń lọ, Ọlọ́run wá gbé ṣubú bí. Kò débi tó fẹ́ dé o, ṣùgbọ́n ó ti wà nú àníyàn. Gbogbo ohun tá a bá ń ṣe, àníyàn ló ṣíwájú. So gbogbo challenges tí wọ́n sọ yẹn, every one of us today. I think I talk better standing. I'm sorry, sir. Mo kúrú díẹ̀ bọ̀ mo ti nàró díẹ̀ báyìí. So everything is what we want to do. Ìjókòó wa yìí is a major topic here. Major topic. I graduated from Obafemi Awolowo University. Àwọn èèyàn mi wà bí mọ́ṣáláṣí la wà. Great, sir. Great. And when I entered the school, we have a central mosque. Lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ central mosque here and a Catholic church. Throughout I was supposed to spend 4 years in school, but I was in the chagrin of Great Ife, mo lò 8 years. Gbogbo strike ló ń bá wa ní school sá. Àwa rèé àti ní irun funfun ká tó kúrò ní school. Justice, piety, and righteousness. Òdodo ló wà ńbẹ̀. Mùsùlùmí ò ní rò pé torí ẹni báyìí ti kọ́ nǹkan báyìí dandan èmi náà fẹ́ kọ́. Islam máa wò ó pé nǹkan tó fi kọ́ yẹn ń bo ló ti wá. Mo lọ sílé ìjọsìn, Dangote ò lórí méjì o, èmi náà wá di Dangote o. Tinú ara wa ní ká mọ̀. Èyí tó tọ́ ló yẹ kí a ṣe. So mosque yẹn nígbà tí wọ́n kọ́ mosque yẹn mi mọ̀ bóyá àwọn capital wa mi sà mo sọ pé wọ́n graduate before me torí irùngbọ̀n wọn pọ̀ ju tèmi lọ dájúdájú mo sọ pé gbàtẹ́ máa kúrò ní OAU wọn tí kọ́ mosque yẹn tán mi gbọ́ mo young jù yín lọ mo finish before wọn díẹ̀ ẹ má bínú kí n tó kúrò nífẹ̀ẹ́ wọn tí kọ́ mosque yẹn tán wípé wọn kọ́ mosque yẹn tán mọ́ṣáláṣí tó wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ I mean church tó wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ wọ́n kọ́ wọ́n tún rí pé design yẹn ò tún dá wọ́n tún wó wọ́n tún kọ́ mọ́ṣáláṣí yẹn ilẹ̀ẹ́lẹ̀ láti ń kírun sáà ṣùgbọ́n in tí mo wá fẹ́ fàyọ níbẹ̀ yẹn sometime I started sitting tó bá jókòó pẹ̀lú wa ni pé these Muslims people are not progressive. These Muslim people, they are not forward thinking. But we are Muslims. We have a reason why you are seeing that mosque like that. It is not only for earthly gains. It is not only for worldly benefits. Kò sí kọ́nu wa ń bì tí ò ń ṣe inú ojúmọ́ tí a ní ṣe Rabbana Atina fi dunya. Ṣé mo ti fi dunya yẹn sọ ni? Àgbèrò ti bíbá yìí nìkan. Muslims bá ṣe jókòó yìí kò ń ṣe ti ilé ayé nìkan là ń rò. Ẹ wo Mùsùlùmí tó bá kú àwa ni àṣírí wa máa ń bò jù. Kíá ó tún jẹ́ pé àwọn Christians, some of them, for one thing they value about Islam is our simplicity. Our color design is our simplicity. Everything we do is simple. Kò sí pé wọ́n láti lọ wá 5 million kọ́ ṣe casket wọ́n máa gbé wa lọ sí Ìkòyí cemetery anywhere kíákíákíá ẹ bò láṣìírí Islam nìyẹn. So in all of this, what we are doing is we need to do things that will make people see better. Ẹ wo mosque yìí. In fact, it's one of the finest mosques that I've gone to. May Almighty Allah bless every one of you here. Nǹkan tí àwa náà gbèrò nínú Islam rẹ̀. Àwọn olómi wa dé mọ́ṣáláṣí ti fáìn jù wọ́n tún fi gold sí. Ibi tí limitation àwa Mùsùlùmí tó ti pọ̀ nìyẹn. That's our limitation. Who says we are not blessed to be rich? Who says we cannot be the cynosure of all eyes? Who says we cannot build greater edifice in our places? So how do we do this? That is the challenges we have. We have looked away from things before, and that is why I appreciate this gathering here. Appreciate this sitting. If you look up, look at what they wrote. Verify in the remembrance of Allah, the hearts are composed. Alonje Vikirula níbí. Ṣé kò sẹ́ni tó jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ bí báyìí? Èmi máa ma jẹ́ o, gbogbo wa máa ma jẹ́, gbogbo wa tá wa ń bí báyìí, ètò wa ni. Remembrance of Allah is what supersedes everything we do. Ètò ni Islam. So ètò yẹn la fẹ́ pé wá sí ọ̀rọ̀ problems yìí. Báwo làwa náà ṣe fẹ́ di aládàáni? Báwo làwa náà ṣe fẹ́ ṣe business wa? Ní Nàìjíríà lénìí, pẹ̀lú ọlá Ọlọ́run, Mùsùlùmí ló ń darí wa. Igbákejì wa náà, Mùsùlùmí ni. A dẹ̀ rí changes tó ń bọ̀. Ó lè má ti délẹ̀ pátápátá. But there are significant changes economically. And this topic that I am here to present is centered on economic situations, which they have talked about, economic challenges. How do we navigate? Kò sẹ́ni tó jókòó yìí tí ò ní idea business kan. Everybody has one or two ideas to do in businesses. And in doing this, the major limitation that we cannot manifest our ideas is what we call capital. Capital. Níbo mo ti fẹ́ lówó yìí? Báwo mo ṣe fẹ́ níná? That's why some people are stealing our ideas. We are the custodian of good ideas. We are the custodian of good thinking. We are the custodian of good thoughts. But we have limited ourselves to the fact that báwo mo ṣe fẹ́ rí owó yìí? That's our major problem. And like Sheikh has said in his opening speech, he said, faith is important, but we should not be limited by faith. Faith should be the leveler for us to open up to greater things to come. Omugongon àṣewá jókòó síbí. Ọlọ́run á jẹ́ ká mú nǹkan rere lọlé. Bó ṣe wọn Ọlọ́run ló ń pín ire ẹ̀ o. Bó ṣe wọn Ọlọ́run ló ń kẹ́ ẹ̀dá o. Ó ń ṣe mímọ̀ ṣe wa. So tọ́rọ́ Ọlọ́run tí ní mi ní lówó jẹ́ ń jókòó kò kọ́ fún mi pé máa lówó. No. Oh. Nobody wishes for anybody not to grow. Nobody wishes for anybody not to be prosperous. Because Islam itself is a religion of prosperity. So why are you limiting yourself? With prayers, everything can work. They say great things start from small beginnings. So idea taniye on a small beginning to one mind. Now how does it work? How do we espouse it for it to grow? Would that be any to plant seed àgbàdo? But you start doing the thing, water, protect, jẹ́ kí àwọn vermins or animals kí wọ́n lọ kó jẹ. Ó máa grow and start nurturing it. That's how it will grow. I want us to look at that concept together. Ẹ jẹ́ ká wò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n ní ìhòòhò ní ọkà ń wọlé. Igba aṣọ rẹ̀ ló máa wá ayé. Small. Òun ni concept business tá à ń sọ yìí. So how does it start? For those things to grow, there must be soil, there must be water, there must be photosynthesis, there must be aeration. All these things will make it grow. So concept and so startup business. This is the topic here. Challenges of startup business. What is a startup business? No, kí ló ń jẹ́ startup business. Startup businesses are companies in their formative stage. They are business ideas that will start from scratch. And it needs funding for it to grow. Thank you. Startup business. When I started this, I said great things start from small beginnings. Ani yowani, mo fẹ́ ṣe báyìí, mo fẹ́ kọ́lé, mo fẹ́ ní business kó láti máa gbé nǹkan wọlé. Ibi kan idea yẹn ti bẹ̀rẹ̀. Ẹnìkan lẹ́jọ́ máa sọ, ẹnìkan lẹ́ máa sọ fún. Good businesses does not start and end with you alone. Islam has grown beyond that. The problem we are having today is conventional banking, which is interest reading. Islam, I said it before, is a religion of peace, a religion of justice, a religion of piety, and a religion of righteousness. What is the righteousness? There is what we call haram and there is what we call halal. Ẹni tó ní idea kó fẹ́ ṣe business, ó yẹ kó kọ́kọ́ wò ná. Ní pé èwo ni ẹ̀sìn mi fi ọwọ́ sí, èwo ni ẹ̀sìn mi kọ̀. I'm not standing here to tell you because you have good ideas. Go and start it. Ẹ lọ sílé ọtí. Ìyá Chukwudi, ó ń tàbí. Tó bá dé lálẹ́ báyìí, ó máa ta gbogbo tán, ìgò tán, á ta gbogbo pepper soup tán. Ìyá Chukwudi, ó máa mú ọmọ kan wá lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ o. Àwọn ọkùnrin máa fọwọ́ pa lára so that wọ́n máa wá síbẹ̀. Tó bá tún lọ lé lẹ́yìn Christmas, á tún mú àwọn bíi mẹ́ta wá. Business Ìyá Chukwudi, ó ń grow ni o. Ọlọ́run ò ní ṣe wá ní Ìyá Chukwudi. Business for Muslims is a function of halal and haram. Òun ló fà á wípé àti kọ́ nípa ẹ̀sìn kò ń ṣe age rárá. Ẹ wo gbogbo àwọn ọmọ tó jókòó yìí. You see what these our ulamas, our fars, our scholars tí wọ́n ṣe nísìn, wọ́n ti miss ẹ̀ sẹ́yìn tipẹ́tipẹ́. In the next 10 years, come and look at why Muslims will dominate this world. Wallahi talai. Muslims will dominate the world. Habiba tó wá ka ké ó níbí báyìí. Ta ni orí ẹ̀ òwú tó ń gbọ́ nǹkan tó ń sọ. Tó bá mọ̀ ké ó. Tó bá mọ̀ ké ó. Wallahi. Àti learning Western knowledge education will be very easy for you. Will be very easy for you. Go and look at a lot of successful people today. Go and look at their backgrounds. You see all these children, láti kékeré wọn ni wọ́n ti ń há Quran sórí. Láti kékeré ló ti mọ̀ nípa hadith. Láti kékeré ló ti máa mọ̀ pé táwa náà bá fẹ́ ṣe business lọ́la, haram lélẹ́yìí. No. Nǹkan tá fi jókòó síbi rèé. Ẹni tó bá rán ọmọ ẹ̀ lọ sí kéwú, kó ka kéwú, kó di hafiz, kó mọ gbogbo ìlànà mùsùlùmí, ó ń ṣe ilé ayé yìí nìkan ló máa ti jèrè ẹ̀. Ẹ̀yin òbí tẹ́ wà bíbá ẹ̀, ó ń ṣe ilé ayé yìí nìkan. Ṣé wàá ra ọmọ yẹn? What they are giving, what they are learning, their brain is assimilating at a supersonic speed. Èwo ni ló gbé fóònù fọmọ ẹ̀ tó wá lẹ́? Habib, wá bá ń wò báwo ló ṣe ń tẹ̀lé ẹ gbé fún kẹwò nǹkan tó máa gbé jáde nísinsìnyí. That is it. It's a jet age. It will grow for you. You will be thanking Allah every time. Because there is nothing tí Islam ò kọ́ wa. Kò sí nǹkan tí Islam ò kọ́ wa tí ò sí nínú Quran àbí Hadith. Gbogbo ẹ̀ ló wà ń bẹ̀. So business ta fẹ́ sọ yìí sìn. Not only you, it is not only you that we are talking of this topic. That's why we are also talking of our younger ones. Do we know what is halal? Don't let us just go after monetary gains. Don't let us start business because it is business for me to start. There are businesses that we should not do. One time ẹlẹ́dẹ̀ àwọn èèyàn ń ra gidigidi. Ẹ̀kẹ́ mi náà lọ bèrè owó ẹlẹ́dẹ̀ jàre. Ó ń ta ẹlẹ́dẹ̀ ẹyọkan ọmọ mélòó ló máa ń bí? Not be a small thing. Ẹlẹ́dẹ̀ ẹyọkan pọ̀. Ẹni tó bá lọ ka ìdí tí Islam fi sọ wípé Mùsùlùmí ò gbọdọ̀ súnmọ́. Kò ń ṣe torí Islam nìkan. It is more about health benefits. So all these things are well enshrined there. So you want to start a business, you look at why do I need to start this type of business? So I've established that the first thing is you must have a foundation of knowing that this type of business, I should not go into it. These are the type of businesses that I should go into. We are talking of gambling. Mo fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́, ẹ jẹ́ lọ sí ṣọ́ọ̀bù Bàbá Ìjẹ̀bú. Bàbá Ìjẹ̀bú, ẹ jẹ́ lọ sí. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n wá lọ ṣe Naija bets. àwọn èèyàn ń pawó Naija bet yẹn o. Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́ kẹ́ni kankan nu wa wà níbi tó ń ṣe Naija bet. Èyí tó bá ń ta owó wà ń bẹ o. Ẹ má sùn mọ́. Wàláì tàláì. Ẹ má sùn mọ́, kò ń ṣe business fún wa. Torí gambling, you are predicting tomorrow. Nínú Suratul Luqman, chapter 31 of the Holy Quran, verse 34. Ẹ lọ wo ntọ́lọ́hun sọ. Ọlọ́run ò fi ọ̀la wọn anybody. Torí òun nìkan ni ọba tí a gbé Al-Akhyaar. Bóyá bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọ́n ti lọ mú gambling jáde. But kò súnmọ́. Ọlọ́run ò fi ọ̀la wọn ẹni kankan. Ẹnìkan máa jókòó. Man U àtàsínà fẹ́ play lẹ́nu. Man U máa nà wọ́n 4-1. Ẹ wá gbowó lé. Ẹ ti ń takò òfin Ọlọ́run. So challenges is much. But in Islamic perspective, our challenges are drawn in a particular line. Because they are doing it, I have to do it. No. Ẹlòmíì máa kọ́lé. A ṣe wàhálà. Ibi tí ò yẹ ló ti rówó tó ti kọ́ ilé. Jọ tó bá jáde láyé, wàhálà tó bá ṣẹlẹ̀ lórí ilé yẹn kò tí escape o. Ẹ ṣe nǹkan tó tọ́. Torí kò ń ṣe torí ayé yìí nìkan ni. Òun mo fi sọ pé kò sẹ́ni tó jí láàárọ̀ nù wá ṣáṣá ní mùsùlùmí tí ò ń ṣàdúrà ẹ̀. Allahumma rabbana atina fid dunya hasanatan wa fil akhirati hasanatan. Kò ń ṣe ilé ayé yìí nìkan. Kò ń ṣe ilé ayé yìí nìkan. Mùsùlùmí ní wo ilé ayé yìí nìkan. A tọrọ Ọlọ́run fi ilé ayé yìí kẹwàá. Má jẹ́ ara rẹ̀ nílé ayé yìí. Òun ló ń pè mùsùlùmí. You should not come to this world and be a riffraff. But also pray. It is what you build today that you are going to benefit tomorrow. Wọ́n dẹ̀ sọ fún wa pé ìyẹn o, it is everlasting. Will you see what is temporary over what is everlasting? That's where we need to come from. That is why we need to talk about this. Sir, if I'm talking too much, please draw me back, sir, because time is fast approaching. Unfortunately, sir, topic tẹ fún mi yẹn ó sanra gan. Ó ń ṣe topic èní nìkan, and I will try as much as possible and do a compendium of all this and send to people here. Ó tóbi gan o, kò ń ṣe nǹkan tá a máa jókòó síbí báyìí nìkan. So, but let me be very brief. Don't let me go into the details. At least I've been able to establish. So what is this startup business that we are talking about? Startup business. Business tó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti kékeré, ta fẹ́ rò kí ni idea ẹ̀. But every business, you need what we call capital. And capital is our major limitation. Islam tún sọ fún wa pé ẹ má jẹ́ ká lọ ṣe òwò lórí conventional banking system. Tó bá máa wà ń bí báyìí, wà ń bí. Tó bá máa wà ní bí báyìí, jẹ́ ká mọ̀ ó lè kó méjèèjì pọ̀. Ẹ má gba nǹkan èlé o. Don't go for any interest financing capital. Because what you have started has started on shaky ground. So don't venture into it. So what we are looking at, things are changing. We thank God for this kind of symposium. We thank God for this kind of conferences. Ẹ jẹ́ ká wò. Ọ̀nà tó fi ń get loan must be cautiously done. In Nigeria today, we have what we call Jaiz Bank. Hello, ti gbọ́n pa bank yẹn rí. Jaiz Bank. It's not that the bank is not set up. We want to ẹni tó fẹ́ tó need 100,000 naira ó wá approach bank ó need 100,000 àwa ní 100,000 yẹn wàá fi san 150 ó ní àwọn kan tó ń pè ní loan sharks àwa civil servant a mọ̀ wọ́n dáadáa Oṣòdì ó mọ̀ dáadáa èmi mo mọ̀ dáadáa wọ́n ń pè wọ́n ní loan sharks àwọn yẹn come and take money àsáré ya we will pay back wàhálà ló máa fi dáwó yẹn padà ó lọ yá loan nǹkan tó fi ṣe ó lè má ti materialize but in the course of paying back you are creating more problems òun ló ń fa tó fi ń bastardize wa nínú newspapers nínú social media ta ló mọ Babátúndé o ó jẹ gbèsè lọ́wọ́ báyìí ni o ẹni tó bá mọ family máa pera ẹjọ ń gbọ́ kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ wọ́n ní mo rí orúkọ ẹ̀ ń bẹ̀ nígbà tí mo wá bá yín pé mo ní ìdòwò ṣe fún mi nǹkan tí ó ṣe tá a pera mùsùlùmí tí a ṣe nínú mùsùlùmí nìyẹn you are not a true Muslim if you cannot build up somebody you are never a true Muslim if you cannot impact positively in the life of your family if you impact positively in the lives of your society why are you calling yourself a Muslim? Inú ro mí o ẹ jọ̀ọ́ mo ní ìdówó lọ sí hospital mo dé hospital wọ́n ní kí n mú 50,000 wá mo pe A kò dá mi lóhùn màá pè ẹ́ tó bá yá mo pe B màá pè ẹ́ lọ́la màá pè C títí ọlọ́jọ́ dé ó wá di ìjọ tó fẹ́ sin èrò máa wá jáde brọ́dà mi ló kú ẹ ṣe ti gba chia màálù mẹ́ta ẹ tó gbogbo ẹ̀ síbẹ̀ ó yẹ kó jó tiẹ̀. It is happening in this world. If you are not a Muslim, you cannot call yourself a believer. Did you hear that? If you are not a Muslim, you cannot call yourself a believer. Who is a believer? A believer is one who is not only conscious about himself or herself, but the welfare of people. So this is what we are talking about. So startup business, àwọn business kékeré, mo ní idea, mo fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ owó kí n máa ta ice block nírú àdúgbò mi báyìí. Torí oòrùn yìí pọ̀, àwọn èèyàn need nǹkan tó tutù. So mo fẹ́ máa ta block, mo fẹ́ máa gbé fún àwọn èèyàn kan máa tà níbẹ̀. Wàá kọ́kọ́ lo the major things for you to do. One is the capital. Two, you will now look at how am I going to get the capital? What is the risk involved? What is my profitability measure in this business? Truly, in all I've been saying, there is no businessman, no investor, no entrepreneur who has gone into business without the idea of making profits. There is difference between profit and loan interest. There is difference between profit and interest that you are going to shackle people. Bag of rice, 50 kg, eti loge, eti jo. Awata tenra close up, listen, mo sure boya mari. Me mo only Unilever or me mo ton se o. If you look at close up, listen, o ma tóbi nínú ẹyẹ tẹ̀ jáde, atẹ́gùn ló tún kó sínú ẹ̀. La ilaha illallah. All these kò ń ṣerú business tó yẹ kẹ́ lọ ṣe nìyẹn o. Ẹ ṣe business tó tọ́ kẹ́ wá rí bí Ọlọ́run ṣe máa rewarding abundantly. So those are part of the things that we are talking about here. The type of business we are talking, for you to do all this startup, kẹ́ tó bẹ̀rẹ̀, ẹ kọ́kọ́ wo mo máa rí capital, and that capital is what we are talking of here, where they are talking of a challenging economy. I can boldly say today, the economic indices of Nigeria is having a better horizon. It might not have trickled down to our personal pockets, but the future looks a bit better than what it was before. They call something GDP to growth rates. In Nigeria is 4.23 today, as at the national statistics that was done in August. IMF, which is the World International Monetary Fund, they predicted that for Nigeria to stand on a good economic state, they need 3.2%. Today, we have surpassed. Tabana Otowa and school, there is what we call student loans. It is not per se student loans, but they pay all these things to help students over time. If you see people who travel abroad, what do? People are in school, start business in school. Idea businesses money shop, money business. Alhaji Dantata, Olomba Aforonke, is one of the wealthiest Nigerians today. He built all his children from start. Titiko, and Itolowoju in Africa, Aliko, Dangote. Odo Baba Elo ti bere, Baba Elo ko won po to bere business idea kekere. Olorun je ki Ola omo wa ko ju ti wa lo. Try and bring all these people along. Islam is a complete religion. It is not about you. You start from these people. Teach them. So part of these things are the businesses, ideas that they have. First thing, for you to do any startup business, you must build yourself to have a business inclination in whatever you want to do. Some of us, we are civil servants today. 30 days make one pay. Kogbamo. Ogbao, èlò ní salary, tàǹgbà, a fẹ́ san owó school fees for wọn, a fẹ́ rán wọn lọ sí ilé kéwú, a fẹ́ tọ́jú ìyàwó wa. Ẹ bá gba salary ní on the 23rd, Oṣòdì, Bolówà, ó tó di on the 26th. Subhanallah, alhamdulillah. So, if you are working with government, try and look at alternatives. Look at different sources of business. So on the issue of the capital, Timoso, don't rely on loan alone. One of the reasons why we are here today is to look at the major issue. Capital. We have said it. Startup business is premised on funding support. Startup business, is premised on funding support. So how do you get this funding? One, the idea of startup business is you must be innovative. You must be creative. You must see between the walls in a business that somebody is doing. From one business, you can create sub-business. Taba lọ sí gbogbo àwọn entry lẹ́nìí, ó níbi kan tó ń pè ní Àmọ̀kẹ́ Oge, taba lọ sí the place Chinese, a máa rí àwọn kan wọ́n ń pè wọ́n ní Chodek, ta ló ti rí wọn, ọ̀kadà ló máa ń gbé wá, kí ni iṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe, ta ló mọ̀, dispatch rider, wọ́n máa gba oúnjẹ tí wọ́n order, wọ́n á bẹ́ẹ̀ gbé lọ. Business nìyẹn, look at the holes, there are so many opportunities, you must be innovative, you must be creative, you must see beyond what ordinary people are seeing. Today, àwọn babala babawa kan, wọ́n ní iṣẹ́ taxi driver náà ń ṣe. Mi ìmọ̀ bóyá anybody wá láti Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ ń bí báyìí. Mo ti school ní North rí. In the whole of North, every taxi you enter, tẹ́ bá bá Yorùbá ń bẹ̀, ará Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ ló máa jẹ́ fún yín. Kí ló fà á? Because that was a successful business. And the people are thriving today. It was a successful business. Bàbá mú àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ wọnú business. Some of us are inú wa tá jókòó ń bì. Àwọn iṣẹ́ mi táwọn òbí wa ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ ò ṣe é ṣe mọ́ nísìn. So look beyond. Innovativeness is key in any business that you want to do. What do I mean by this innovativeness is today, taxi driver ti lọ. taxi driver ó ṣọ̀wọ́n èèyàn kan ló jókòó pé technology is what the world is driving into. You must go and learn about technology. Please put all these children, even in the Islamic curriculum today, we are telling them about computer appreciation. Ayé ti move o, a gbọ́dọ̀ jókòó síbi tá a wà mọ́. Ìsìn nǹkan wọ́n tún pè kọ́ ní artificial intelligence, ó tún ronú jù wá lọ. Because the world has moved. You can't be where you are today and say you want to be successful tomorrow. Everybody's stomach is what matters most. So when they started, they built these things together. People started with minimum capital. They call that in startup capital. You can meet yourself. Like I said, if you see people of like minds, no. Tó bá mú ẹ pera yín kí ẹ ní àníyàn tó dáa. Tó bá dẹ̀ wù wọ́ nínú wa táníyàn ò bá dáa, Ọlọ́run máa tú àṣírí ẹ. But remember, all actions shall be judged according to intentions. So when you start up this, you'll see people will pull resources together. Debate make a debicon. You now go on this platform, people will now start bringing. And when me one see most of our mommy were here. One Lord Dawo Poni, one Maramalu. On Macme, you want more, question I make interest your rights, you are justified. There is nothing that you do that is not profitable. There is nothing that you must do that must not be interest reading. But your interest must be such that so for me not to go further, for me not to go further, but then go further. So we will talk more. So in all of this, they said these are the sales transactions prohibited in Islam. Islam insists any business that we want to do, the crowdfunding is matter a lot. There is also what we call sukuk. Sukuk is like they sell you a bond. Once they will pay, you sell the conventional bonds, people will, it's a big project, an official project. If you have your own money, go and buy that thing. They call it investment certificate. The investment certificate in Sukuk is not telling you, we pay, I'm a friend, to buy 50,000, I'm a friend 100,000 at the end of the month. No, Sukuk is based on projects that will be beneficial to people. Tabang ba ono Lagos Badagry, láti Maitu lọ Badagry, ẹ lọ wo títì tí wọ́n ṣe láti Agbara dé Badagry nsìn. That road was built on Sukuk bond. Sukuk bond means you will bring your own. Èmi á mú 50 million wá, èyí á mú 30 million wá, everybody á mú tiẹ̀ wá, and you will now take it. You build the road for people. Once the road starts maturing, people start using it, they start making money, the government will get part of it, and you will get your money. If you bring 50 million on Sukuk bond, you will make close to 70, 80 million under 6 months. Because, hey, 20 minutes. Okay, sir. Sheikh, enjoy me better. Lọ́wọ́ fún alálàáfíà tẹ̀lé. Ẹ má bínú, mi ì tiẹ̀ tí sọ̀rọ̀ débi tó yẹ kí n sọ dé. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ torí Ọlọ́run. Let me just quickly round up. Sheikh. Okay. So Islam does not believe in the view, that all is fair in business, and that every kind of cleverness and deceit is justifiable. Get this fact: Islam does not believe in normal business terms. They are going to tell you that all is fair in war. All is fair in war. Kò sí tí war bá ti wà, kò sí tí ó lè ṣẹlẹ̀. Mo lè gba ìyàwó níyàwó, mo lè gba ọmọ ọlọ́mọ, mo lè date anywhere. In Islam, some people in the business terms will tell you all is fair in business. Ṣá ṣe kò ṣá ti make profit ni. Ọ̀nà tó fẹ́ gbà tó fẹ́ fi ṣe kò make profit ni. La Islam, no. It is haram. You are not to get yourself involved in such business. Islam expects buyer and seller to look upon each other as a Muslim. Example, he expects buyer and seller to look upon oneself as a Muslim. Gbogbo wa la mọ̀ iye tara product. Gbogbo iye tí gbogbo adé la mọ̀ èrè profit margin that they make. Mo ra nǹkan ní 50 naira. Mo make profit 20. I bought 100, right? And I'm making 20 times 100. That's enough profit. But you now come. And when 50 naira, 100 naira, and anything you come up and say, ẹ ṣàánú mi, ẹ jọ̀ọ́. A fẹ́ ṣe nǹkan báyìí ní mọ́ṣáláṣí wa ni. Owó yìí ò tó. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n san 30 naira. Ìwọ náà ń pè lórí 30 naira yẹn, o ti make profit lórí 50 yẹn. But you still insisted that, no, I'm going to charge you so amount. That is wrong in business. So all of this, it defeats the idea of the business that you are talking about. It makes everything to be good. All bargains that are clenched without giving the purchaser a fair chance of examining the things are prohibited. Because this amounts to denying him a right that was his due. There is this belief that they say customers are always right. And in legal terms, there's what we call laissez-faire. You understand? Meaning, whatever you do, let consumers or the customers know what is involved in the business. Islam ò sí níbi òkùnkùn. Ó gbọ́dọ̀ ta ọjà òféyàn kankan níbi tí ò tọ́ sí rárá. Islam does not want it. If you look at it today, I'm sure most of us know about BlackBerry. Shashanenti olo BlackBerry biba. When BlackBerry started, right, they have challenges. In these terms of business, how we are going to get your money is very key. And I talked about crowdfunding is very key. There are also those people that we call property valuers. I want to share equity. There are some people that have the financial war chest, right? They are particularly involved in this startup. When you mean by financial war chest, maybe one new owó, ẹlòmíì ní owó yẹn pọ̀ tó jẹ́ pé ó fẹ́ fi ṣòwò. Kò dẹ̀ fẹ́ lọ kó sí bank láti máa yield the loan, which is not right. Ó fẹ́ fi ṣòwò. So there are these people I have about 17 of them in Nigeria today that are working presently. Mi mọ̀ bóyá ti gbọ́n pa Tony Elumelu Foundation. This Tony Elumelu Foundation, that is what they do. Even the Lagos State government did same thing for startup tech hubs. The startup means they will bring your ideas, right? If you bring your idea, you meet them, you tell them this is what I want to do. Even the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria now have been well established to take ideas from people, look at it, give them a supporting loan to start this business. Lagos State government too did all these things. And it is working. There are people who collected all these loans and they've started and they are repaying in such a convenient way that will suit them. I want to assure you, the first thing that you need to do in business is if you have a doubt that this thing will not work, the business has failed. Have this belief that these things will work. And when these things work, you will prosper. Prosperity in this sense means business world has moved. They only need your ideas. They give you the financial support. At a point in time when this thing starts going, it starts coming up. Applications that we are using on our phones. All these, for every transaction you do, for everybody that watches it, you are making money. All these are benefits of making money. Today, some people don't even need to go to Ileke Umo now. They are doing Ileke online. I'm sure most of them here, they do ileke fún àwọn tó wà ní abroad. Some people as far as China, they do all these things. Do they make their money? Yes. So the world has gone beyond what we are seeing now. There is no limitation again. To round up, that was how BlackBerry closed. I was talking about the Uber. That was how Uber 2 came up. Every idea. Mo le mata pure water and sing. Some people have looked beyond it, that there are other avenues of delivering these things to people. Do something, let people key into it. Today, in conclusion, for every business, there is this major challenge created by all these our young children. We call the challenge in any business is a VUCA-driven world. VUCA means volatility. The world is volatile. You never know what can happen. Not one business only can succeed today. It talks about you to be innovative, for you to be creative. Volatility means a lè bẹ̀rẹ̀ business kan lẹ́ni kó di ọ̀la kí ẹlòmíì tún ti mú another suitable idea for us to start all these things. You talk of uncertainty, the world itself, uncertainty now. So if you are starting a business, you think torí mo ti kó 10 billion sínú business yìí, mama make owó lọ ni. If you read about Dangote, Dangote keeps increasing his business sizes. He has Dangote Petroleum, he has Dangote Cement, he is the largest distributor of fertilizer and urea. Dangote kọ́ ló ní gbogbo idea yìí nìkan náà. Àwọn bí èmi àti ẹ̀ la ní royalty lórí ẹ̀. Why can't we look at it? So when you do all these things, those are the way that you start becoming a distributor in that chain. If you become a distributor, you now become sub-distributor. You start bringing people under your chain. Wallahi, it was your idea that you brought. Today, you also talk of complexity. Complexity means, this is a mosque. Wow. Alhamdulillah. Nǹkan tá ń sọ nìyẹn o. Nǹkan tá ń sọ nìyẹn. Mọ́ṣáláṣí la rí tí a rí ẹni tá ń lò tẹ́lẹ̀ yìí. May Almighty Allah bless every one of you for whatever contributions that you have made to this place. This is a mosque. This is a mosque. Àdúrà màmá gbànú báyìí. It is what we are preaching here. It is for you to look into it different way. But Otisi machine tẹ ma create pé mo lè jókòó sí ló ma tí ma tẹ̀ ó ma ma kírun fún mi o. Ma ṣe Allahu Akbar. Kò sí yẹn o. So in all of this complexity, ó wà ní business. Anything kò sí tó wà standard. If you have a business idea today, start thinking tomorrow. You don't need capital to do all of these things. Like I said, I'm going to send all these things. Have belief. Àwọn kan lọ ní government fún wọn loan, irọ́ ni. Àwọn kan ti ń gbà o. Tẹ́ bá wo students loan nísìn, it is working. Have this belief. Get all these things from TechUp. The essence is the capital. Ẹ má jẹ́ ká jókòó síbi tá wà yín pé níbo mo ti fẹ́ rí capital. Try, use your phones, engage your children, look at it. Ẹ bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ idea wo la lè gbé sílẹ̀. A lè jọ jókòó pọ̀ báyìí, àwa mẹ́ta bíi mẹ́rin, ká gbé idea wa. Islam has gone beyond sitting down and holding on to idea of yourself. Islam is a religion that spreads justice. Look at how you can bring idea and talk to people. One head will light up so many heads. So therefore, me gbọ́dọ̀ want to for me 30 minutes. Me nílò jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. May Almighty Allah give us His blessings. In all that we have said, where I have spoken wrongly, may Almighty Allah forgive me. Where I have imparted wrong knowledge on you, may Almighty Allah forgive every one of us. But the essence of this is startup business has gone beyond what we are thinking before. We need to be innovative. We need to be creative. We need to be idealistic. We need to engage all these young children here. We need to start using our phones. For some of us, they are a low phone. I could fail. Ẹni tó ń lo phone yẹn, try and look at how you can talk to people, bring different heads and do all these things. The cheapest thing that we fall for, òun ni gbogbo àwọn MMM, àwọn Ponzi scheme yẹn, it is working. Those people that cheated us, they are billionaires today. They have run away. Kí ló dé tá ṣe wá lè lo irú àwọn idea yẹn lọ́nà tó dáa? That is crowdfunding. I have a sister, Ọlọ́run bá fọ̀run kẹ́, ó ti jáde lé ayé sìn. She had a hole in the heart, and it was very critical for her. It was crowdfunding that they brought it on. People started contributing, and they did our operation. But as it went along, the operation was successful. She lived for about 30 years after that, before her untimely death last year. So crowdfunding, that's so. Nǹkan tí mo fi sọ̀rọ̀ yìí ni wípé tó bá show yàn sórí orí fóònù sí pé ó ní health issue, kò lè jẹun, kò lè tọ̀, a máa fẹ́ sáré dáwó. Ìyẹn nìkan kọ́, ẹ jẹ́ ká máa ṣe lọ. But ẹ jẹ́ ká tún wá create idea that you can pull out to the public for people to see. If people can buy into the idea of that, they can also buy into this. Then look for capital. We have these tech hubs. We have these financial gurus that are ready to wait for them. We also have Oko Foundation, Tebanko Foundation, Dangote Foundation, Obafemi Awolowo Foundation, Lateef Jakonde Foundation. All these things, Ikota Foundation, they are getting opportunities. They have source wherewithal to support people to start business. Don't let us sit down alone. The capital is there for this startup. Go and explore. I will try as much as possible and send to look at all these opportunities for us. It is working, and with Allah on our side, we shall be beneficiaries of it. When you start, you will return and you will make more profit. Thank you very much. I'm very grateful, sir.